That makes sense. What about, Adriana, speaking of Kim, Adriana seems to be obsessed with Larsa's past with the Kardashians.
Oh my God, she's obsessed. That's the word. Yeah. I'm like, bro, like, let it go. Like, why? Like, I don't get it myself. And like I said, I really like Adriana, but like, she doesn't know when to stop. It's like, and nobody cares. Like, nobody is even believing, like, who cares about Kanye's penis? Like, we don't care. We care, like, you should be concerned about the penis that you're, entertaining, that you're taking care of, but not about some random guy's penis. Like, I don't get it.
Do you think she's jealous of this connection with the Kardashians?
I don't know. Like, Adriana's like a mystery sometimes. I wish I knew more about her because she's like an amazing woman also. And like, and I love her. But she does that, she likes to do that. I'm used to it. So I'm like, but sometimes she could be a little inappropriate, and I feel that, I'm okay with it because I know her and I know she means well. But sometimes her delivery is like that, and she doesn't get an answer. She keeps on and she keeps on. And sometimes you need to respect, because that's part of like, adulthood and like friendships. And I feel that Larsa handled herself very well when she said, Adriana, please, I do not want to talk about that. And I feel like real friends do that. Yeah, like if there's something that Marisol can say to me and I'm not ready to listen to it, or I'm just not having it that day, I'll be like, Marisol, I don't want to talk about that. Right? And that's what real friends do. And I think that Adriana didn't, reciprocate. It didn't say, you know what, Larsa, you're right. And she continues, you know what I mean? Which is the thing with her, like, and that's sometimes what I don't like. I like to like hash it out, whatever it is, say it to each other, and that's it. But get over it and move forward. We're not going to keep on talking about the same thing, especially if it's something stupid, and I find it's always something stupid when it comes to her.
And it's one of the number one reality shows of all time that's been on forever and ever. I mean, it's not a bad thing to have a past that's a friendship with Kim Kardashian.
Right. And if she did, I mean, there's a reason why she did, and again, you don't have to like, say everything about everything, I get it. But it's just like, if she was really so interested in that, it just didn't make any sense to me. It really didn't.
What about when like Marisol and Nicole are getting into it, and Marisol saying, Nicole called Larsa a hooker? Like, to me, it's like Marisol is like you. She's an OG. Like, is this even a fair fight? Like, we have a newbie here trying to,
Well, I think Nicole defended herself very well. And the only part I didn't like about was the fact that she tried to throw me under the bus by saying that I had said that about Marisol. So she was trying to be slick and kind of like deflect her situation and her conversation and what she had said about Larsa and Lisa, and try to turn it into a fight between Marisol and I. But no, Marisol and I are like real friends, and we have an unbreakable bond. So that was never going to happen. And I feel like all the other ladies like were in such shock that this was like going down, that nobody really like participated in that. So I feel like Nicole did like a good job defending herself. And, Larsa was very upset and very pissed because, I feel like a lot of people have attacked Larsa like the entire season. Not that, just like in general, you know what I mean? Like you say Twitter or social media, just because she is who she is. So, I feel like Larsa was just pissed, and she fought back, and, she said some things that Nicole didn't like, and some comments, and, but just because she was mad.
What about the fact is, there is this buzz now around Miami, that they're like, looking for girls in Miami, and like casting, and like, you hear, I mean, you guys have like a full house now as far as the numbers, and you hear that they're looking. Do you think they're getting rid of someone?
No, I feel like it's something that all the housewife shows do. After they wrap up the season, they like start casting just like automatically. I've heard that that's what they do. Like, in the past couple of years, obviously when we did it for season 1, things were a lot different. But you know what? It doesn't make me nervous because I know I'm coming back. And you know what, if there's any woman out there that, that thinks that she would like to be part of the group and, she can, add to it and be great, more power to the show. This isn't only like a one lady show. Like this is like a group, and, we really need like, everybody's participation. But I feel like they're all coming back. I feel like, the audience is already connected, after 8 years, back with the OGs. So I'm sure we're all, kind of come back. And then the new ones too, they were a good addition as well. So I don't see why they would get rid of any of us.
Well, before we wrap up in a minute, what if they are going to hire someone new? And I agree, you are coming back, so it ain't going to be you. Who do you think is the one who's going to go?
Ooh, well, what I would like to see is for Marisol and Adriana to become housewives, right? So if they become housewives, then whoever is starting new can be the friend. I wanted to have like the housewife qualities and be a potential housewife, but not this season. This season, I would like for Marisol and Adriana to get their mojito.
I would like that too. And before we go, now we have girls trip. We have a second girls trip coming up. Let's get some Miami girls in a future girls trip, right?
Yes. Yeah. I feel like Marisol and I would have so much fun at one of those girls trips. I don't know if I can leave Todd for how long? For like a month or two? No.
I think it's only like a week or a month. It's a short period of time, Alexia.
Oh, okay. So then I'll do it. I'll do it.
As we go, Frankie, how does he like being back on TV?
He loves it. He was having a lot of fun while we were filming. I mean, I'm always with him. So it was like a lot of my scenes were with him just because, we're always together. Now I've hired him a shadow. So he's back like with the shadow, and I'm so happy. Thank you, God. I prayed so much to find like somebody that can help me do the things that I can't do. So, I've seen just the progress in the last month that he's been with him. So you'll see a lot more of him. Like he loves, we're at the beauty bar. So hopefully, we'll, film more there. It's a lot of fun there for us. And he liked being on the show. Todd's just getting used to it. The husbands, the first time, it's a lot.
It's a lot. But he's getting used to his position.
He is. I mean, it's hard. It's hard for the husbands. It's hard for the family. At the end, it all comes together and it's a happy, good experience. But when you're new at this, just like, but like anything in life, it's all about, adapting to it.
I agree. And finally, I know that, Peter's charges are now dropped and that's all gone away. So like, as a mother, how great is that? And I mean, how relieved are you? And I mean, did you do anything to just celebrate or just move on from such a event?
I mean, I always knew, unfortunately, we're charged by the people's court. So, we're always guilty till proven innocent. So, what hurt me the most was the fact that I had to listen, to all that kind of stuff. And thank God I'm so good at that, David. And all the other girls can tell you, and Todd, I don't read the comments. I post a picture. I don't even look back at how many likes. I don't care. You know what? You don't know me. You don't know my family. So I've grown thick skin. And even before I did the show, I've always been like that. And you can see by the choices I've made in my life that I've never given a shit. And now I give even less, right? So I've always had my beliefs and I think that that's what's helped me. So I really don't care what people have to say because nobody knows my life. And yes, of course, I was happy and grateful. I know that Peter's a kind, loving human being, and I'm very proud to be his mother. But when you have the opposite, it's hard to go through it. So, I'm relieved at the fact that it's, behind us and that justice, was served how they had to. And that's it. You live and you learn.